field. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Good return past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't. So what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call this.
Money on the key on the wall.
Come on, bro. Fix your Wi-Fi, bro.
Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear. I make it with fans to I want Julia, Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther.
Yeah, all I see is bread on a stick. Like a grease, you know what I'm saying? Money on the key on the wall. You 50 on my head, so you tell us how you plan. I can't even talk about that, but you know the plan. 20, 50, hundreds, now I can't pull up my pants. Dancing with the devil, watch it, baby, do it dance. Gotta keep my cup, I'm from Cali, ain't no stuff, okay? I've been flying in and out the city, I got money. Niggas must feel guilty, cause they think I talk on posts. Yeah, this shit ain't funny, with this biggie, I'm gon' roast it. Mine, no, I ain't slipping. I'm a product of the trenches, people good, tripping in the closet. What I put on, this shit cost a ticket. Tell them, well, I know niggas watching, I'm watching too, and I got glizzy. I can't wait to have I fuck with Maul, he know it too. My neck pissy, certified diamonds on my neck, hitting on my chrome heart. My niggas holding switches, twisting fingers when my song start. Fucking on your hoe, thought it got it, forgot that small part. You know it, keep a stick, ready to knock him out the ballpark. I was born to win, I was born to sin, meant to get the now. Young niggas with looking like a lick, burning that gang, feeling like a trick. Shutting out the ammo, I'm standing on business, next on me. On my head, so you tell me
plan, yeah.
I can't even talk about that, but you know the plan. 20, 50, hundreds, now I can't pull up my dancing with the devil, watch it, baby, do it dance. Gotta keep my cup, I'm from Cali, ain't no sucker. I've been flying Niggas must feel guilty cause they think I talk on funny. Yeah, this shit ain't funny. With this blicky, I'm gon' roast it. Certified diamonds on my neck and on my chrome heart. Certified diamonds on my neck and on my chrome heart. Certified diamonds on my neck and on my chrome heart. Certified diamonds on my neck and on my chrome heart. 250 on my head, so you tell us how you plan.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about that, but you know the plan. Say that 20, 50, hundreds, now I can't pull up my pants. Dancing with the devil, watch the baby do it. I'm sure you know they spin. Don't mean to poke, spin around and flip in. I'm finna buy my money on 15. I hit the club, I'm bringing the poke. Yeah, all I see is red on the stick, niggas. Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, mine is red. On my head, so you taking this as plan. I can't even talk about it.
A wild card matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll start on the ground. ETN past the 20 for a short gain. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A quick pass out to Juju. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott off play action. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
4th down, Prescott. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. In motion right is Wilson. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Wilson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Nick Chubb, 47 yards. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
There he goes, right side. 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 68 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run with Chubb. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first quarter touchdown there. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end.
And it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
In motion right is Wilson. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Jaguars take over a first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action now, Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On play action, Prescott. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
By Jermaine Johnson. Taken down back at the 42.
3rd and long for Prescott. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Prescott to throw on 4th.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done, so I think going for it there was the right call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Chubb on the read option. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In motion right is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Chubb on the counter. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. A fairly short kick from the 14. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott now. He's going deep for Brown. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 36 yards. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On second and inches, Prescott going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. He's going to let it go again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Delta.
Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott now from the 50. Towards the end zone for Brown. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. He's got room past the 30. He's at the 50. 30. 10. Touchdown, Jets. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Prescott. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
In motion right is Wilson. Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Trayvon Walker in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. On the return, here's Agnew. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes...
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing, Prescott.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Second down, here's Chubb again. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Prescott targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. Prescott on 1st down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round, and they look to finish things. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by J.C. Horn, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but...
And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Wilson wants to throw it. He's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody.